Overall, it wasn't checking all the boxes I wanted. What I wanted was a shoe that can do everything.
I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down. Aiming for greatness, no settling.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jared James Fit here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a product review video. We're doing the A7 Sumo sole slipper. If you guys are new to the channel, I upload vlogs every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm also doing product review videos as well. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are into powerlifting. So what we have here is A7 signature bag that they seem to do with all their products. It's just like a little mesh bag. I'm not sure if it's for when you wash these slippers and then you dry them in this bag. I'm not sure why they chose the mesh, but they do it with almost all their products. And it just looks like this. Nothing crazy. Next thing we have is the actual slippers. I am going to keep this very short because I've only worn these like 2 or 3 times. I personally, when I was using these, I didn't love them, and I'm gonna explain why, and I'm also gonna explain what I did like about them. So I ended up getting these because I originally had the original A7 slipper, which I really liked because it had a very thin sole. And at the time, back in the day, they didn't really have any other brands. Like Notorious Lifts, I don't even think was really out, or it wasn't really popular back then. So this was like one of the main options that we had back then, besides like a ballerina or gymnastic slipper. So the reason why I got this was because I wanted to be as close to the floor as possible, especially for deadlifts. So that's why I got these. Then later down the road, I was on the hunt for a shoe-like feel slipper, and that's when I was looking at these or Notorious Lifts, and I ended up getting these. The reason why is because I just thought these looked nice, and when I talked to people that did have Notorious Lifts, they said good things about the Notorious Lifts, but it wasn't anything that really drew my attention and was like, I for sure want to get these. So at the time when I got these, not many people had these, and I just wanted to try it out, see if it is good or not. I saw some elite level powerlifters that were using these, so I thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll just give these a try. So that's when I got these. So right off the hop, when I first saw them, I thought they looked good. I liked the look of them. They had this creative little strap here where it allows you to tighten it, and then it'll also tighten the front of the slipper as well. You have the logo here. You have a strap here that tightens and loosens. You have another strap at the back. I didn't find it really does anything. I think it just holds your foot in place a little bit more. And honestly, if you ever wore an aqua shoe, it kind of just feels like that. Doesn't feel very much different compared to an aqua shoe. So I didn't personally like the way it felt, but I definitely liked the way it felt in comparison to a Converse shoe or a pair of Vans, because that's initially what I used to wear for all my lifts, was Converse and Vans, and then I would have these guys. So what I was on the hunt for was something with a little more toe space, something that feels closer to the ground than Converse and Vans. And even when these came out, there wasn't really a big market for a wider toe box shoe. So that's why I got these. The reason why I really liked these was because I figured maybe I could do squat, bench, and deadlift in these. So from my experience, I've worn these for squat, bench, and deadlift. I would say deadlift, these felt good in comparison to my Converses and Vans. It gave me the same grip that I had with these I really liked, but also it gave me a little more cushion for the bottom of my feet so that my feet wouldn't hurt when I'm walking around all day. So for bench press, these did the job. They felt pretty good, but it wasn't anything crazy compared to what I've tried now. Like I've tried on some of the Notorious Lifts that have like more traction at the bottom, more unique designs at the sole that allows you to grip the carpet better. So in comparison to that, I wouldn't say that these are as grippy as those, but coming from the previous shoes that I have worn, this was definitely a huge upgrade for grip. If we were to compare this to my opinion now and from what I know now, I would say these are a very mid shoe. And I have referred these to clients in the past because I didn't know much about shoes and I was experimenting, and I've bought tons of shoes, tried on a bunch. So I'm gonna try and do more reviews on the other shoes that I've bought, but we'll stick to this one for now. But I'll tell you what I do like about these. So I really like how light these are. I always like the idea of having a light shoe, not having to carry so many shoes in my gym bag, preferably just one pair of shoes. And then if I did have a squat shoe in my bag, I would still have a very light shoe with it. So overall, it wasn't checking all the boxes I wanted. What I wanted was a shoe that can do everything from squatting, benching, and deadlifting. So I definitely don't think these were it, especially for squatting, because I don't know what it was. I don't find it gives me the same support as a actual solid shoe. When squatting, it just didn't feel like my whole foot was grabbing the floor, if that makes sense. I think the big reason was because the back of the heel, it gets thinner. And I really didn't like how it felt thinner at the back, especially in the center here. So when I would be squatting, it just didn't feel like I was getting the same type of support that I would with just a flat, straight sole. For deadlifting, when I did sumo deadlifts, these felt okay. They felt like they did the job. It feels like you have some support on the side. It felt decent. But when I did conventional deadlifts, I had the same kind of problem that I was having when I was squatting. I just didn't feel like I had that full support that I wanted in my feet. And I think a lot of it had to do with the back of the heel of this shoe. So overall, the support, I didn't find it really gave me any. Didn't really feel very good. Felt like I was trying to really focus on my balance more than anything, just because of how small the soles were on the back and in the middle of it. Just so you guys know, this is completely my opinion, but I personally don't suggest these. I think there's a lot more better shoes out there right now that you can get for even a better price even. So I definitely don't think these are it. I've tried on Notorious Lifts, and I would even say I prefer the Notorious Lift slippers over these, just because they feel a little more like a shoe. This feels like I said, this feels like an aqua shoe to me. Like it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like how I thought they were gonna feel at all. So I was really disappointed in these. I did like 2 or 3 sessions in these in total, never wore them again.